The other night, something happened that completely shook me. It's one of those moments as a parent that you just don't see coming, something that changes your perspective in a heartbeat. I'm still trying to process it, to be honest. I was sound asleep, that deep, exhausted sleep you only get when you've been running on empty. It had been a long week, full of work deadlines, school runs, and just the general chaos of life. I finally crashed into bed, and for the first few hours, it was pure, blissful silence. Then, sometime in the dead of night, I felt it. A tiny, hesitant presence next to my bed. My eyes were still closed, but that parent's sixth sense was tingling. I could hear the softest breathing, the kind that's trying really hard not to make a sound. My first thought was, oh no, is he sick? Is it a nightmare? I started to stir, ready to roll over and offer comfort, a hug, or a glass of water. But before I could even open my eyes, I felt a little hand gently touch my arm. It wasn't the frantic grab of a scared child, but a careful, deliberate touch. I kept my eyes shut, pretending to be asleep, mostly out of curiosity. What was he up to? Then, he started to speak. Not to me, but to himself, in a whisper so quiet I had to strain to hear it. He was listing things. 1. She loves coffee in the morning. 2. She always sings in the car, even when she's sad. 3. She gives the best hugs, even when she's tired. He kept going, whispering this little list of things he loved about me. My heart just stopped. I lay there, completely still, with tears silently streaming down my face, soaking into my pillow. He got to number 7. She works really hard so we can have a nice home, and then his voice trailed off. I felt him gently pull the blanket up a little higher over my shoulder, tucking it in around my neck. It was the same way I tuck him in every single night. He patted my shoulder twice, a soft little pat-pat, and then I heard his little feet shuffle quietly back towards his own room. The door creaked softly as he closed it behind him. I lay there in the dark for what felt like hours, not moving, just letting his words wash over me. As parents, we pour so much of ourselves into our children. We worry if we're doing enough, if we're getting it right. We have moments of doubt, frustration, and pure exhaustion where we wonder if any of it is even making a difference. We see the tantrums, the messy rooms, the sibling squabbles, and sometimes we forget that they see us too. They see the little things. They see the effort, the love, the sacrifices, even when we think they're not paying attention. That night, my son didn't just come into my room because he needed something. He came in to give me something. He gave me the profound, earth-shattering realization that he sees me. Not just as mom, the provider of snacks and the enforcer of bedtime, but as a person. A person he loves and appreciates in his own quiet 7-year-old way. He was mirroring the love and care I tried to give him, reflecting it right back at me in the most beautiful, unexpected way. It made me think about all the invisible work of parenthood. The constant emotional regulation, the planning, the worrying, the endless deep breaths before you respond instead of reacting. We do it all, day in and day out, often without any acknowledgement. It's just part of the job description. But in that moment, in the dark and quiet of my room, I felt seen. I felt appreciated in a way that no promotion or public recognition ever could. It was a private, sacred moment between me and my son. The next morning, when he came down for breakfast, he was just his usual bouncy self, talking about his dreams and what he wanted to do after school. He didn't mention his late-night visit, and I didn't either. It felt like our secret, a special moment that didn't need words to be validated. But something has shifted between us. When I handed him his toast, our eyes met, and he gave me a little smile, a knowing smile. And I smiled back, my heart feeling so full it might just burst. I hugged him a little longer before he left for the school bus. As I watched him go, I wasn't just his tired mom anymore. I was the mom who loves coffee, sings in the car, and gives the best hugs. I was the mom who was seen, who was loved, and who was reminded that in the grand, messy, beautiful story of our family, every little chapter matters. It was a reminder that love isn't always in the grand gestures. Sometimes, it's in a whispered list in the middle of the night, a gentle tug of a blanket, and the quiet footsteps of a little boy who loves his mom. This whole experience has made me want to pay more attention. To notice the quiet ways my kids show their love, not just the loud and obvious ones. Maybe it's a picture they drew, or the way they saved me the last cookie, or how they run to the door when I get home. It's all there if we just slow down enough to see it. That night, my son didn't just come to my bed while I was sleeping. He came and reminded me what this whole parenting journey is really all about. It's about those quiet moments of connection that fill you up and give you the strength to keep going, to keep singing in the car, and to keep giving the best hugs, even when you're tired. Thank you so much for letting me share this with you. It's moments like these that make life so incredibly rich. If you have a story like this, I would absolutely love to hear it in the comments. Let's share the beauty of these small moments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the heart. See you next time.